Yeah, every time we'll say where you're from, I say I'm from Cape Breton Island. It's like, you know, where is that? My name is Darren Gallup. I'm the CEO and founder of Marcato, based here in Cape Breton Island, Nova Scotia. Marcato is a web-based management platform for music festivals and events. It's been a really crazy journey, and I think going into it I had some sort of naive notion that building a business was going to be something that would happen really quickly, and that, you know, perhaps I knew more than I actually did. And maybe if I had known it was going to be as challenging as it was, I probably would have been you know, turned away from it. But luckily, you know, once you get so far along on a mission, you're sort of locked in and you keep going. I came from the music industry. I used to tour in bands that did a lot of work in festivals for years. And one of the things we observed is that there was a need for better organizational infrastructure in the event space. When I initially started Marcato, the whole focus was on the touring musician. But the co-founder of Marcato, Morgan Curry, came on board. I really started looking at the work he did with Celtic Colors and started looking at the festival space, and learned that the pain that the festivals had from an organizational logistics perspective was even more severe than the musician.
Yeah, I mean, the future of Marcato is something that I'm excited about every day I wake up. We've been growing kind of exponentially through the last couple of years, from a company that started in the middle of nowhere in Canada with a few really cool clients that we were excited about, but really had no idea where we were going, to now we serve, you know, over 200 festivals worldwide, from Canada to the US to China to Australia, serving some of the biggest brands in the world, like Coachella or Stagecoach or the Country Music Association, and because of that, our whole world has just kind of, you know, gotten crazy and a lot of fun.
Dave Mahalik. I work with Celtic Colors International Festival here in Cape Breton. Well, it's 9 days of music and cultural experiences spread all over Cape Breton Island. And it just happens to happen while the leaves are turning colors, and it's a great excuse to drive around the island and see some of the beauty that we have here. So in the early days, it was really hard to keep track of 30, 40, 50 shows and an equal number of workshops. When there was updates that needed to be made, it was hard to make sure that everybody knew what was going on. And then along came Marcato. Darren Gallup and Morgan Curry entered the picture with sort of a solution, and it's totally changed our lives. It would be very hard to have gotten here in such comfort without Marcato kind of running behind the scenes for us, so it's exciting.
I still get to see a lot of music and travel around and see a lot of great festivals, and it started at the Celtic Colors type event, but you know, every time we bring on a new type of event, there's something unique. Most things work right out of the box, but there's always something unique that we need to explore and find a way to solve. I don't think I would be able to work in just some random 9-to-5 job that didn't, you know, appeal to my interest to some degree. My old world was traveling around in a van, and you know, the business work that I do be like marketing our band from the back of the van on a laptop. When I started Marcato, I completely abandoned music for quite a few years, and I was kind of fed up with my experiences in the music industry, and I also kind of just felt like, you know, I'm just done, I'm fried. It's just in the last couple of years that I've gotten back to playing, but like with no industry or no career expectations or even wishes, like literally just playing music for fun, which is great. I just enjoy it a lot now. I'll never be like, let's start a band and let's buy a van, and that's never gonna happen. Like, those days are for sure over, so. We have a very eclectic team. Everybody comes from different backgrounds and different beliefs and different perspectives on the world, but everybody certainly shares you know, a camaraderie, and that's one of the coolest things about starting a business is when you start creating jobs for people and you allow people to live in this area. You know, what you get to or what you aspire to achieve is having a team where everybody's better at their individual responsibilities than you would be at any of those, and then you just focus on the leadership.
Coming to work every day here is super fun. Everyone gets along very well. We have a lot of office pets that take a pop in every now and then. We have some ping pong that goes on. We do some ice cream socials. We all get together for lunch on Fridays. So it's just a really great atmosphere, and sometimes it doesn't really feel like you're going to work.
It was really interesting to see this little company start up, a tech company that had, people working there that were in the 40 years old and younger category. They're working in the music space, which I thought was really cool. We've got such a deep culture here with music in Cape Breton. But to now be working here and to see the growth of the company and what the leadership team has done to take it from, operating with one festival 8 years ago up to now with 200 clients around the globe, including some of the largest. It's really interesting. It's a really inspiring place to work.
There may have been some naysayers that said you can't build a world-class brand, a world-class company from a location like Cape Breton. We're seeing the opposite to be true. We're seeing that it actually is possible.
We have a very independent team that also has that sort of pride of, hey, we're doing this out of this small town.
The lifestyle is wonderful. The people are wonderful. I mean, the scenery and the beauty of the island certainly align with the lifestyle that I want to have, the life that I want to have. So to have the opportunity to have my family be a big part of my children's lives is a huge thing for me.
I live out in the country and I raise chickens, and I like going back to the roots like that. So to be able to do that and work for an innovative tech company is a dream come true.
So living in Cape Breton has been the best choice that I think our family's ever made. Every day when you wake up, you're either seeing the colors of the leaves or smelling the salt in the air that comes from the ocean, and it's a strong community here, and that's one of the things that we love about it, and it's a place that we're pumped to raise our kid in.
When you tell people, people are like, what do you do? Oh, that exists in Cape Breton? It becomes a motivator.
It's wonderful. It's a wonderful time. So the future is bright.
I've been able to build a cycle where I don't travel very much in the summer, and I really take advantage of what's here and get a lot of canoeing and hiking and camping and fishing and surfing. I just like getting outside and being in the nature. Fishing is, it's fishing, you're not necessarily catching fish, you're just fishing. So if you can enjoy the fishing part and not be stressed out about catching fish, then it's just pretty laid back. It's an opportunity to not really think about anything else.